All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha if you are new. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, my loyal royals. So good to see you. If you are new to the family, welcome to the family, my new loyal royals. So good to finally meet you. Please make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you go ahead and share it with your friends, family, and other aviation enthusiasts. Don't forget, leave me a comment down below. What do you think of this airline? Also, please tell me what you think of the other airlines that I've talked about thus far up to this point. Are you enjoying this series? Please do let me know. Please make sure you go ahead. Go follow me over on Twitter at DragonPink07. I am actually very active on Twitter. So please make sure you go follow me on there, as I do post updates on there as well. And again, make sure you do subscribe. Go ahead and click that like button and leave me a comment down below. That being said, welcome to the next airline. So to run through the list real quick, so far we've gone through the first top airline in the world, which is Qatar. Then we've gone to the second one for the top for the United States, which was Delta. And then behind this one was the second top airline in the world, which was Singapore. And now we're going with one of the other top airlines for the United States. Let me introduce you to JetBlue. Our next airline brings us back to the United States, to New York City. New York is one of the most populous and densely populated American cities, with a population of 8,804,190 people, according to the 2020 census. New York is described as the capital of the world due to its established influence on global culture for entertainment, research, technology, education, politics, tourism, dining, art, fashion, and sports. That's quite a list. But just as a little thing, New York is actually my top favorite city to visit when it comes down to it, because there's always something to do for everyone, regardless of what your interests are. There's something in New York for you. And if you think there is not, take a good look around. There is something there for everybody. Some of the most famous landmarks include downtown Manhattan, Central Park, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, and Times Square. While New York is known for ties to these famous landmarks, it is also home and headquarters to another resident, the seventh largest airline in North America by passengers carried, JetBlue Airways. An interesting fact about JetBlue: of all the carriers on this list, JetBlue is actually the youngest at only 24 years old. JetBlue is the baby airline of everything on this list when it comes to the top airlines that I managed to research. Pretty interesting. It's up there for a young airline. That's pretty good. That's some good stuff. Founded in August 1998 by David Neeleman as New Air, the initial approach for the airline's approach was heavily influenced by Southwest's approach to offering low-cost travel, but to distinguish itself with its own unique amenities such as in-flight entertainment, TV at every seat, and Sirius XM satellite radio. Now, I can actually say I have flown JetBlue in the past, and I did like them a lot. The crew was very nice, the whole atmosphere of the flight was nice, and the airplanes, definitely each seat does have a TV embedded into it, so you are capable of watching TV as you fly. I watched SpongeBob SquarePants all the way to Las Vegas, okay? Don't judge me. But it definitely helped as far as the in-flight entertainment goes. The name New Air did not stick for very long, as it was changed very quickly to what we know today as JetBlue. Official operations would commence February 11th of 2000. December 13th, 2007, JetBlue made a code-share agreement with the Germany-based carrier Lufthansa. I've actually never flown Lufthansa. I've actually never flown Lufthansa, but I do intend to fly them at some point. I've seen many videos of very famous YouTubers that do airline critiques, and they have flown them, and they actually gave some pretty good reviews of the airline. So we shall see. Their agreement went into effect in 2010, thus enabling JetBlue to transition to the Sabre reservation system that was used by Lufthansa. This would enable the airlines to sell tickets on each other's flights, transfer luggage and passengers between the two carriers, and combine frequent flyer programs. So, quick note about code share and things like that when it comes to agreements between airlines. And I know a lot of people think that pretty much all carriers do this, from what I've heard, but it's not the case. So there are different airlines that do have code shares that allow you to pinpoint transfer between one or the other. You can buy tickets between the two. There's code share agreements, and then there's interline agreements. And interline is pretty much similar, if not the same thing, and it'll allow a carrier to transfer you between one or the other if need be. Some airlines do this, some airlines do not do this. So I say that to say, when you are in transit somewhere, before you run up to someone and say, well, my flight was canceled on you, can you put me on this other carrier, or why can't you do it? You need to understand, not all airlines have code share interline agreements. But in this case, JetBlue has one with Lufthansa, which is actually a pretty good thing, considering one is a domestic carrier and the other one is a global carrier. On March 19, 2008, JetBlue added Orlando, Florida as a gateway focus city to international destinations in the Caribbean, Mexico, and South America. JetBlue has done a lot over its time. This includes bidding for agreements with other carriers to operate into new destinations. Currently, JetBlue operates over 1,000 flights daily and serves 100 domestic and international network destinations in the US, Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, South America, and Europe, with a fleet size of 284 aircraft. As I previously mentioned for this list, JetBlue is actually the baby airline when it comes down to it of all the carriers mentioned, which means JetBlue still has a lot of growth that they are capable of doing. However, before someone mentions it, I am well aware that JetBlue and Spirit have just merged. All this info that I have as far as the carrier's current status is all pre-merger, which means that it happened, all this was before the merger. Now, JetBlue has had its good and ups and downs, and goods and bads, but what carrier doesn't? It's still a growing carrier. So I say this to say there will be much more in JetBlue's future, whether it be as the airline on its own, whether it be what it's going to do with its merger, or what it may do with someone else. Who knows? But all I can say is JetBlue is one of the top ranked airlines in the United States and in the world. So please do let me know down below in the comments. Have you flown JetBlue? If you have, how was your experience? I mentioned I have flown JetBlue and it was a very good experience. I flew them from BWI to Las Vegas and I definitely enjoyed the ride. So again, let me know. Leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up on this video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please share this video with others and go follow me over on Twitter at DragonPink07. And I will see you tomorrow for the next airline. Bye!